Okay, sports fans, welcome to another Metric Nut Workshop tour video. Right, this Kombi gear's just arrived in the weekend. They've booked it in for a replacement gearbox and an engine upgrade. So they'll be upgrading from a wee 1200 40 horse to a 1600 engine, and then also getting a new rebuilt gearbox with the taller gearing from the 1500 style Beetle gearing. So that should hum along well, and then we'll be doing a few little things on the car while we've got the gearbox out and the engine out, and maybe some window rubbers and so on, just to sort of bring it up and make it nicer to drive. Just got this Kombi gear in the moment. This is just waiting for a part to arrive and should be back on the road again. Some of you may have seen that on the Facebook page with the 2.3 litre Type 4 in it. It's a pretty cool car. And we finally have just move back a bit here. Finally have the barn door on the ground and rolling. And it's actually moving under its own power, so I'll slip in a wee video that we had its first wee test drive just up and down the street. Still a bit to do on it, but it's a monumental moment getting it off the hoist and getting it under its own power, so that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Let's cruise around here. Oh, yep, so we've got a Type 4 that we've just built a long block for. That's for a trike on the west coast here, the west coast of the South Island. That's just all sort of finished up, and that will go to the owner in the next week or so when he's ready to collect it. So yeah, that's a nice wee build. It's kind of good. 911 SC, so that's the 78 to 83 3 litre. We've just done a top end rebuild on that, and at the same time, because you take the gearbox out, we've done a wee freshen up on the gearbox with some synchros and bearings and that. So that's all waiting. The car comes in a week or so, and we will put that back in the car, and they'll be all going. So yeah, that's good. It's looking pretty smart. Here's the engine that we're going to be putting in the Kombi gear. So we're just waiting for the tinware from the powder coaters. And that's the wee 1600 twin port with the counterweight crank and everything. So that should make that car sort of sing along quite nicely. Just some more detail. What we've done there is vapor blasted the tappet covers and put some nice new fresh nuts on it, and the gold zinc. The SCs don't have the pressure fed tensioners, so we've put the pressure fed cam chain tensioners. That's what this wee adaptation is here, and that pushes engine pressure oil into the chain tensioner and keeps the tension on the chain. It's sort of an upgrade that they did on the 84 and on. Yeah, so there's one on each side there. It's just a nice wee touch. New injectors and some valves in it, and cylinder heads recode, new rings, so yeah, it's looking quite good. Move along. Oh, we've got the sort of on the subject of 911. This is the 911 powered Kombi. Has now made its way to the hoist. We're just going to work through that. Before we put the engine in and everything, we've got to do some changes to the rear suspension, because the way the shocks are currently mounted, they actually bind through the suspension stroke, so we'll be sorting that out. Getting the wheel alignment all sort of sorted for ride height, and then sort of we'll put the engine in, but we'll just want to get as much of the work done before we do that, just because it's a lot harder once the engine's in. So yeah, that'd be cool. We can just see quite a few mods there. There's a tyre spare wheel holder there, and some of the shift work done for the Porsche, is running the Porsche 5-speed gearbox. And moving up to the beam, it's just got some rolling drums on at the moment. They'll be getting our disc brakes on the front and rear. This guy has gone for the creative engineering steering rack conversion as well, and then we've just put that booster in, sorry, put that master cylinder in, and we were running one of those dual remote boosters, so he's got some great braking available to him. So yeah, we just got those rolling drums on there. They'll come off. That was just while it got painted. And then we've got our rear disc brake kit that we do as well. The same one that's fitted to the bundle, if you remember that one. So coming around here, it's a bay window from a client down in Arrowtown. Unfortunately, on a wee trip to Hamner Springs, his engine has decided to give up after 20 years of service. So we'll just be going through that with him today to work out what he wants to do. He does have a couple of vehicles, so we'll just work out what where he wants to put his finances in with the engine, and what size he wants to go for, if he just wants to replace the 1641 that was in there, or does he want to go a bit bigger. So that'll be a good wee build. Great client, and it's always fun dealing with him. And then just tucked away in the back is a Brazilian Kombi, so it's got the multiple windows and the later tail lights, so that's sort of New Zealand unique 79 to 81, 82 model. There's just sorting out another engine for that owner as well. So yeah, there's a bit on with what's in the workshop at the moment, and some interesting stuff. But it's really good to have the 54 on its feet, and just ironing out those sort of initial teething problems that you always get after sort of a lot of work's gone onto it, especially with that front beam and steering and the engine and the gearbox. It's all new to the vehicle, so you're just going to make sure it all works right. But yeah, like I say, you've probably already seen it, because I would have flipped in that wee bit of footage of it driving down the road, but it's all good. And we'll just do some finishing off there, get the certification, get it back to its owner. So there we go, that's the quick workshop update for, well, it's the last day of March 2025. Cheers.